Two coaches who have raised the bar of expectations on America's historically black college campuses are now dancing into March. Hi, everybody. I'm Mark Gray at Morgan State University, where they're celebrating for the first time ever a trip to the NCAA Men's Tournament. While just outside Houston at Prarie View A&M, Coach Cynthia Cooper is taking a team back to the dance for the second time in 3 years. The Beltway Sports Report is next. Todd, Bozeman, and Cynthia Cooper have taken different routes to lead traditionally historic HBCU athletic powers back to national prominence by raising the level of expectations and performance at Morgan State and Prarie View A&M, respectively.
This is something that I'm really happy you guys are able to experience, because these are things that you remember, for the rest of your life. Just to participate in the NCAA tournament. So I'm telling you, it's a great feeling, and you're one of 65 teams that are playing college basketball right now, so all eyes are on you. It's great. It's a great thing.
Well, as a player, and as an older player in the WNBA, I've always understood how important it was to live in the moment and really just enjoy the moments while they last. And so right now we're going to take time and we're going to enjoy this moment.
The celebrations were extra sweet for both programs because each lost in the SWAC and MEAC conference finals last year because of injuries to key players. Southwestern Athletic Conference Player of the Year Gotti Warima, who couldn't play in last year's final because she had suffered a torn ACL in the semifinals, dropped 29 points and grabbed 16 rebounds to lead them to their victory over Southern, only 366 days after a devastating knee injury.
Seeing how much my team really needed me in a championship game, I just was determined that no matter what, I wasn't going to let my knee bother me mentally. And throughout the season, especially at the beginning, it did a lot. And Coach continued to encourage me and tell me it's okay, you got your brace on. But, I struggled mentally, but my team encouraged me and they picked me up.
It was hard with her going down. I knew we was going to need her, and last year we came up short. And this year, that's all she's been talking about is getting back and helping us win another championship. And the way she came out and played is the way I know she know how to play. And she came out and done it and helped us get the win.
At Morgan, the 30-year wait was made even longer on Selection Sunday as their Kansas City bracket matchup against Oklahoma was one of the final games announced on CBS. But for the Bears, it was well worth the wait, especially after how 2008 ended.
Oh, yes, Ms. Coppin beat us last year, so, Taiwan McKee, he's a great matchup, and he plays hard. All we had to do, we knew if we got past Coppin, we knew we was going to win after that.
I'm just happy just to be there. So I've been thinking about this, dreaming about this since I first got into college, And even when I was in high school, I used to look at Final Four and things, I just always wanted to know what it'll feel like just to be in the dance period. And I finally get the chance.
And just getting to the dance isn't all that matters to these coaches who are hoping to wear Cinderella's glass slipper late into March.
We'll scour the country and friends that have played them and so on and so forth, and try to get as much from it as we can and try to prepare the best we can. But we're going to worry about us first, and then we'll worry about them.
We will get to the drawing board on scouting and getting prepared to move out of the first round of the NCAA tournament for the first time in the history of the SWAC. So that's our next goal. So we're not finished yet. This is just one more goal that we've achieved, and we've set some others as well.
What Bozeman and Cooper have proven to their schools who were traditionally powerhouses at HBCU programs back in the day is that you can raise the level of expectations, and with the resources in place, though not as much as their more prominent white counterparts, you can in fact do extremely great things. However, on a personal note, as a 1990 graduate of Morgan State University, this is my first championship amongst the Big Three. And this has been a moment that has unified generations. Bears from as far back as the 50s can unite with us in the 90s. It's the merging of broadband and analog. It's the merging of hip-hop and jazz. And it all will play out during the big dance this March on the women's side with Prarie View A&M led by Cynthia Cooper, and in the men's dance with a resurgent Morgan program being led by Todd Bozeman. I'm Mark Gray for the Beltway Sports Report on Sports Groove TV.